Who exactly are black people? Is the American Indian a black person? Are Dominicans black people? Are Haitians black people? Are Venezuelans black people? Have you ever traveled outside the United States to find out? Do you know that they went through slavery too? That if I start speaking Spanish, it's because one of my ancestors was dropped off by the Spanish conquistadors, and just as they took your African language away from you, and they forced their language onto you, that they speak a different language than you, but the color of their skin is still black. How could you fall into categorizing who's black and who isn't black? Who makes that determination? If one from the Dominican comes here to the United States and they're looked at, they're considered black. Any South American country, you're going to find the majority of the skin of melon, a very dark, rich melon. Why do we discriminate because someone speaks a different language than we do? What makes you think that when all these people and these children are sent back to Mexico, that you're not going to be required to do the work that they did here? What makes you think that you're better than them? These people know what hard labor, what work is. You all don't even know that the first slaves were Irish. That there was a very, very close connection between the Irishman and the Jewish. So now you have the presidential elections coming up. Please, one person tell me what Obama did for black people. Please explain why there is not a black party. You have schools like Stanford, MIT, and Harvard that were just granted $1 billion. $1 billion. Yet you have black billionaires who are not investing, donating to your HBCUs. All those that went to Spelman and that are proud that they went to a HBCU, which is all girls' school, college, and you pledged, not only were you attending a college that was built, developed by a Rothschild, funded by a Rothschild, and you just pledged to a Greek fraternity. Do you understand what Greek fraternities mean? Do you understand the Greek way of life? Why are you getting branded to be a Q dog? As a matter of fact, why are you volunteering to go into the military? So you spend so much time on YouTube that you don't foresee that there's a war that's going to take place. And you're allowing your children to go into the military in order for them to get an education, which is indoctrinated, which is only going to teach them what they want them to know. So not only are we selling out to a huge platform, Google, we're not asking our children to major in engineering, major in technology, major in fields where you don't have to use a platform that's not written, that's not owned, and that's not making money off of you. You all talk about black empowerment. How much has Google given back to the black community? Bill Gates is so involved in inoculating children and what they call low income or third world countries. Those third world countries consist of people that look like you and me. It's been predicted by 2020 there will be a food shortage. Just like everybody is running out getting those chicken sandwiches from Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, there are 33 ingredients, man-made ingredients in Chick-fil-A. There are 35 man-made ingredients in a Popeye sandwich. We're overpopulated. This world is going through catastrophe after catastrophe, from hurricanes to flooding. That everything the Most High said would happen has happened. The Vatican has been flooded. That hasn't happened since 1967. So all that history, your history, my history, all of the secrets that are being held at the Vatican, some of them have disappeared. Now that YouTube has put the clamps down and said no more, you need now to start using your brain. If you're going to give the news about what's happening in the world, so these young people can be prepared. Encourage them to let their voice be heard. Encourage them to seek mental health, which is taboo in the Black community. Encourage them to attend a college, but to also continue to learn on their own. If you're going to make it entertainment, make it entertainment along with knowledge. These changes are going to show you those with knowledge and those who do not have knowledge, because they're not going to be able to speak on subjects that affect all of us in this world. The only thing they have to offer you is to beat one another down. To find out who could get more money than the next. To hear Jay Wilson still speak on Tracy, that's a form of mental health. For a grown man to have all the degrees that he says he has, and the only thing he can offer in commentary is to speak on someone else's life. And then you have others that back him on speaking on other people's lives. This is the way this man, a grown man, pays his bills, supplements his income, instead of giving back to the youth. This is a grown man that'll put on a wig and put on a hat and continue to tear down another Black woman. You all are not ready for 2020. You all are scratching and crawling and meeting up together to find out how you can keep your channel up. If you knew who you were and you were secure within yourself, there would be no such sector as a beef sector that just talks about the same person over and over and over and over and over. So we like using that word popped. This is a real pop and a real wake up. For all of you all that was asleep, for all of you all that were addicted to hearing grown people downgrade one another, might as well get your internet turned back on, because their channels won't be up. All the MVPs, all the kings, all the queens that anointed themselves in this sector, that took this sector as if it belonged to them, Jay Wilson had it right. You don't own Google. You don't own YouTube. You work for them, and they can fire you at any time. So you got a couple of more weeks to go to mislead people, to ask them to hit the like button, to put your PayPal down, to do super chat and give away 40% of your money. You still have time to dog out one another. You better hope it brings in enough money to last you for a lifetime. And I hope some of you all took all that money that you had coming in and you invested it. That's the type of content you ought to be giving these young people on how to invest their money. Don't sit up and talk that you only shop at black businesses and then get on YouTube and tear down black people. You're hypocritical, self-hating, not knowing who you are. Only an insecure person, a person that is normally the black sheep of the family, that no one in the family wants to be bothered with, that will get on YouTube and bask in all the attention that they're getting. So enjoy yourselves, enjoy your Christmas, because all this money handing over, you're worse than the people that you talk about. You give nothing back, absolutely nothing back to your own. All your contests are between vlogger and vlogger, but yet all your money is coming from viewers. All these new young vloggers that want to come out and want to speak, but they don't want to go into alliance with larger YouTube followers. And in this sector, a large following is 8,000 to 10,000. They don't want to click up. And it shouldn't be that way. All these little cash app parties, they're going to be going away. YouTube wasn't made for this. Basically, what you're doing is gambling. And you're teaching the youth how to gamble. You set your legacy. If I'm not mistaken, YouTube is going to be deleting a lot of videos. A lot. Those who have channels and their children have channels and their channels get cut down and then they get on their children's channel and they continue the same mess, that's going to be stopped. I told you I don't stop until I achieve the goal that I set out for. And that goal from day one, when I fell into this sector, was to stop all the black hate, all the threats, all the speaking on one another's past, calling people's mothers, calling people's family members. In the long run, you're going to thank me because it's saving somebody's life. You're dealing with people that have mental health, not only the vloggers, but some of your viewers. Just like that school got shot up with innocent kids going to school. If you're in tune with the universe, something bad was about to happen on YouTube. And everybody saw it coming but you all. Long run, you're going to thank me. I'm not trying to take money out of anybody's mouth. I don't want to see anyone homeless because they supplemented their income for YouTube to sit up and dog people out. You're better than that. You're old enough to give these young people some knowledge. Not teach them how to just be outright nasty. Bullies. Leaving comments, calling people out of their names. Displaying pictures of people's homes, the inside of their homes. Calling CPS, and then having all these viewers believe that you have a petition that you're going to send in. YouTube hasn't received one petition because that petition would have exposed everything. When I said you all ran into the right person, you did. When I realized that I can have a voice on here and I don't have to climb off of anybody's back and I don't have to be on here for money, that I care about the youth, I care about what their future is going to look like. And each and every one of you all have left them with nothing. Your legacy, you have none. So enjoy, be selfish, and enjoy your Thanksgiving by giving thanks to the Most High that you were given an opportunity to do the right thing and you chose the wrong. You chose evil over good. You chose being comfortable and having your needs met over greed. You all are just like drug dealers. When you see the money coming in, you just want more and more and more. It never stops. You viewers, you may be upset now, but when you add up the amount of money that you donated, and yet they have conversations about doing business in black communities and supporting black businesses, I want you to take a look back at the money you've donated and see if that money benefited you in any kind of way. Did it help you pay your college tuition? Did it help you pay your bills? Did those vloggers get together and ask a family, not just one family, families, if they needed anything, if they needed a dinner for Thanksgiving? I don't celebrate it for someone of European descent to discover a land that was inhabited by black people. It's giving thanks to the Most High for this gift called life. So I want to thank Allah, Shabbat, for hearing my prayers, for allowing me to be still, for allowing me to think of a way that these grub-hungry people will do to their own people to satisfy themselves. So I applaud YouTube. And I applaud the Me Too movement. I applaud Baltimore's CPS system for removing those children out of that home. When you see things that are done wrong and you turn the other cheek, you're just as guilty as they are. Rather than you looking out for the children, you take that and you use it against the person. Some of you all have no conscience. Some of you all have no soul. Some of you all don't care. You all are selfish human beings with flaws, which we all have. It's just you don't want to look in that mirror and you don't want to better yourself. Again, enjoy the time. Be grateful that YouTube gave you an opportunity to change your platform before your channels get taken down. Now you'll be able to see the real person, not the facade, not the faces they put on, not the way that they talk, in order to reel you in. Now you'll be able to see the real person and what they have to offer you.